Well, hello. I'm glad to be with you today. Give you a second. Hopefully, a few of you might come join me live today. I decided to wear a smiley face so that no matter which orientation we have here, it won't be backwards. So today, I'm hoping to talk to you about level 100. Some questions, obviously. It always gets scary when there are new levels and updates and all of that. So do I update level 100 or don't I? Not quite sure what to do. So here's some of my suggestions. First of all, don't be afraid of change. When Sonlight makes changes to programs and to levels, there's no need for alarm or to be afraid. Change is good. And as time goes by, there are new resources available that we didn't know about before. If nothing ever changed, we would start losing out on history because, time marches on. So the main way that Sonlight designs their curriculum is to have a main spine. So for instance, I am doing H with my 7th grader right now, and the spine for that world history is Story of the World. So that is considered our spine, and all the readers and read alouds kind of support and enrich that spine. So what happened with 100 is that there needed to be, Sarita felt there needed to be a new spine for that curriculum. It has been years and years since level 100 was written, and at the time that they wrote it and put it together, the story of us, Joy Hakim's books, were what they felt was the best resource. But to be honest, that spine, because she presents, she does a fantastic job, by the way. I've loved those books, but she is pretty one-sided with her viewpoints. So those who developed the Sonlight Instructor's Guide had to add copious notes to present differing perspectives. So one of the strengths of changing level 100 and finding a new spine for that level was to be able to get rid of some of those copious notes. To be honest, many of us didn't have time to read all those notes. I was able to talk through a lot of that with my older kids who went through level 100 the way it is. But let me tell you, I've been through level 100 4 times as it is. I have a 7th grader who will hit that level in 2 years, and I probably will update mine. And here's why. First of all, I think it's fun to have an update, and I'm excited about it. Secondly, Sonlight makes making that switch super easy. Here's what I found just doing a brief look at the website, the catalog. When I update, or if you already own level 100 and you've used it once or a couple of times and you decide you want to update the instructor's guide, it is half off. If you purchased the instructor's guide from Sonlight, it is 50% off for you, which means currently the instructor's guide is $61.99. Okay, so let's just round up to 62. So if you purchase that instructor's guide for the first time, it's $62. If I wanted to refresh that instructor's guide, I could get a new one, an updated one for $31. I feel like that is so worth it. For 31 bucks, I have an entirely new instructor's guide at my disposal with the new notes, with everything. I don't know how much the new instructor's guide will cost, but I don't think that it's going to be more than that. It actually might be less. Don't quote me. I don't know for sure, but that's what I'm thinking. By the way, I'm happy to have a few of you on here, and if you have specific questions for me, please drop them in the chat, and I'll try to see them and answer them. The student instructor's guide, $35, $34.99, so $35. So $17. So for less than $50, you could, or around $50, you could update your instructor, student, and parent. Also, they're taking out of U.S. history 9 books and replacing with 7. So a couple fewer books. So in my mind, what I would do is buy the new instructor's guide and just purchase those 7 new titles. If you are not familiar with this, when you go into the website and you go on what's included in a package, if you've bought a level before, you can ask it to highlight previously purchased items, and then you will know, okay, these are all the books I already own that are in this new package, and the ones that aren't highlighted are the ones that you have to purchase. Once in a while, I have bought a title not from Sonlight, or it's a book I already own. So I know in my mind, okay, that one's not highlighted, but I do already own that one. So the next question is, what if you've never bought level 100 from Sonlight? Is it bad to buy the 2022? Should you wait to get the 2023? Well, let me tell you what. I hope it's not bad to buy the 2022, because that instructor's guide has been the basic way Sonlighters have done U.S. history in high school for the past several years. Was that education good? Absolutely. Did my kids learn a ton of U.S. history? Yes. I am not sad at all that they learned that. And if you want to buy 2022, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. However, price-wise, I think that 2023 is a lower price. So the current price, the current, if you buy the HBL, if you buy level 100 history, it says it's $771. For the new one, for the 2023 version, it's $653. And the saving of that cost, I believe, is because the old spine was about 12 books. So now we have one big book. So that's the basic thing that's going on there with level 100. Let me also tell you that the new book that they chose because it's conversational. It's written in a conversational style, which is a hallmark of many of our spines. Many are, not our. I'm not a Sonlight employee. Many of the Sonlight spines are, that's what's unique and wonderful about them, is that they are conversational. This new book in 2023, this new spine, presents controversial topics, but does a better job of presenting both sides of that. So again, we don't have to rely so much on the copious notes in the instructor's guide. And it's an engaging book. That's the other reason they chose it, because it's engaging, conversational, and presents controversial topics from both angles. Sonlight tries very hard to give us books and covering history that are engaging and bring the time periods to life, and they think that's what they've done with this new spine. And guess what? There are some books that aren't as strong as some newer books that they can get their hands on, or there are some books that they didn't know about when they put the instructor's guide together before, and so it's a good time for a refresh. There are also issues once in a while with a publisher. A book goes out, so they have to find a new resource. So no reason to be nervous about the changes. So I hope that's helped a little bit. Again, you have a question, drop it in here. If you already own the current level 100, no, you don't have to buy the new one if you don't want to. You can use this one for did your other children use it? Have they gotten a good, solid U.S. history education? Absolutely. Think of it as if you were sending your kids to traditional school. They might go from one school to another, and it's going to be a different curriculum. Are they still learning U.S. history? Yes. Okay. So same here. It was time. Sarita especially thought it was time for a refresh, that there were new titles, other titles that could be more engaging and more lovely for us for level 100. So I hope that is somewhat helpful to you as you try to decide what you're going to do about whether or not you update level 100. And I think that there's one more thing I wanted to just mention, and that is one of the things that's unique about Sonlight is they are very engaged, great customer service, lots of encouragement available for you as moms. Many of us who serve as mentors and advisors and consultants are all homeschool moms. We've used Sonlight. That is why we are doing what we're doing. We are not a random person from another country. We're not a college student fresh with their diploma, trying to plug a curriculum they've never used. We are moms who've used what we're talking about. And there are a lot of ways to get a hold of Sonlight. So customer service, if you have questions about shipping or payment plans or passwords or anything order related, your customer service team, sonlight.com/contact. That's pretty easy to remember. You can also find the phone number for them and an email for them. The other people you need to know about are the advisors. And those, again, are moms who have used Sonlight and they know the product thoroughly inside and out, all the changes, all the updates, all the things, and they'll help you find a right plan and help you order the right books. You can chat with them at sonlight.com/advisors. You can call or text. Again, there are numbers on the website. You can email them, advisor@sonlight.com. Also, we often get comments in the app, oh, I found a mistake, or is this right? Same, call customer service, call the advisors, let them know. There are places that they'll send you to report things that you don't think seem quite right. And then lastly, you're here on the app. There are lots of mentors on the app, and we are, again, moms who have used Sonlight, and we're here to encourage you, to answer questions, to help you with the random, how do I organize all my pens question. Yeah. So, all right. I hope that was helpful to you. Choosing updating level 100, or deciding whether or not to update any level. And again, updating any level can look just like, hey, I'm going to refresh the IG for 50% off. I did that a lot. I had a 5.5-year gap between child number 4. I have currently a 5.5-year gap between child number 4 and child number 5. So by the time she was ready to use an IG, I thought, you know what? I just want a new one. And if I spend $50 updating an IG and a few more dollars adding some fresh new books, she's worth it. Let's do it. So I've often refreshed and updated my IGs, but one thing I want to say is you are not going to ruin your children if you make the decision not to update. You're not going to ruin them if you make the decision to update. Life is about way more important things than that. However, there is a special stress on us. We want to do well. We want to be good stewards of the money God's given us. And so it can feel like a weighty decision. So if you need more advice than what I've given you here in this live, please drop some questions or chat, and I will keep checking this throughout the next day or two, or you can message me personally in case I didn't say it. My name's Amber Severance, so you can find me on the app, and I'll be happy to talk with you about this. We are almost done. 15 minutes is almost up, and I don't like to take more than that amount of time, of your precious time. But what if I pray for you? God, thank you for I think 5 moms who've joined me live just now, and for any others who might hear this and just need encouragement. God, thank you for our children, and thank you that we even have options. Not just options about what level to use, but options about what curriculum to use, and options about how to school. You are kind to us that we have these kind of options. And God, we pray that you would help us to be good stewards of our money and good stewards of our time. Please bless these moms and help them to remember to trust you and to not get weary in doing good. In your name I pray, amen. Thank you for being here with me, and hopefully I'll get to chat with you throughout the rest of today. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. Bye-bye.